How we doing, folks? Thanks for joining me for episode 45. I've just got back. I've just nipped off, like I said in the last vlog I was going to. I've just got back. You'll see behind me, it's absolutely pissing down. I'm getting soaked. I'll see you back in the shelter and let's get on with this one. Just briefly show you what it's looking like on the lake. Absolutely chucking it down. Absolutely perfect carp conditions. Look, grey, overcast, raining. It's quite cold, to be honest, and it's quite heavy. I'm getting soaked. I reckon we need a jumper change because you'll see, look, I'm already getting piss wet stood here. Right, we'll get in the shelter and let's get on with this one. So I've got all my crap back out. I did tidy up before I left, as in I threw a jumper over the top of it so no bird life could get at the hook baits. Your kit and all that safe here, you know, you can nip off, come back, everything's exactly where you left it, which is nice. So this session we are having, all three are going to be fished the same. I'm going to show you the hook baits while I'm dry. And you'll be like, what is that? That, people, is what I call a snowman stiff hinge rig. Okay, I've just got to bend the chod sections a bit and get them in position. But basically, that is a 13mm Proper Jobs pineapple and butyric pop-up with an 11mm Proper Jobs chocolate orange pop-up on the top. So mega buoyant bait, hence all this bloody putty and stuff, because you need a lot. The boom section is tied out of this stuff, the same stuff I use for my hinge section. The boom section is also tied out of it. I originally tied them up in that. I don't like it, it's not stiff enough for how I want it. I want what I call a true stiff hinge. This stuff here, to me, I know KORDA do a boom section stuff. If I'm honest, I think it's the same stuff just with a different label, because I can't tell. I've had the boom and I've had this and I can't tell the difference. They feel equally as stiff as each other. So thought, right, we'll just have one. The thing with this is, though, you'll see here I've deliberately put a kink in it. It does kink if you're not careful, but you just get your rig puller tools, pull them apart, and it straightens back out and you get a nice straight boom. So either end of use the old KORDA crimps. They do them in this size now, extra small, 0.5. That's the ones I'm using because the chod filament is 0.53. I've tried them in the 0.6 crimps and it pulls straight away, it breaks straight away. It doesn't nip it. So if you do use that with the crimps, use the 0.5 extra smalls. They don't go, they're perfect. They work absolutely perfect on it. That's what I tie all my chod sections with, purely because I can't tie a knot as neatly as those crimps make a nice little loop, and they're quick, they're easy. That's crimped that end as well, it's just covered over. And then we've got the old anti-tangle tungsten sleeve. So what I'm going to do now, straighten that out. I haven't tested them in the edge yet. I may have to add putty. You'll see I've sharpened the hook as well, like razor point sharp. All three rods are going to have that on it. I'm going to have to show you out there because it's same as always. I do show you the rod setup. It's not changed since this morning, but in case you haven't seen it before, 18-pound KORDA contour fluorocarbon, 30 centimetres of dark matter tungsten tubing, KORDA run sleeve, 3-ounce flat swivel pair, size 8 quick change swivel. As you can tell from the water dropping, it's pissing down. So let's go back in here, tear away. So what I'm going to do is now get them out. Basically, there's no bait going out this vlog. We put it out last time. Got no bait left to put in, so I am fishing tomorrow night as well, but I'll be fishing singles because I didn't bring enough bait. I bought 3 kilos and put it all in yesterday. Never mind. So rods are going back where they are. Those two on the spot over there, that one on the spot over there. All we're doing is carrying on basically from vlog 44, just with a different hook bait and hook setup, like a rig setup. That is it. Spots haven't changed. Hook baits have changed slightly. We're just fishing pop-ups instead of bottom setups. So let me get you on the camera. Let's get the rods out. Right, let's get these out then. We're going to start off with the right hand one this time. Now time to do the left hand rod. And finally time for the middle. Happy days, all three have gone out their first chuck, have all landed perfect. The silty area I'm in, the hard silt spot, if you didn't drag back, if you just cast it out, felt for a drop, wound it in, like lifted it, wounded it in, you would think you're fishing on gravel. It's gone that hard. So that has changed since when I was here a couple of weeks back. I thought it last night when I cast in, but I thought, oh, because of the PVA bag and that, sometimes it sort of, it can cushion how it lands because it slows the rig down going through the water. And I thought that felt, I'm sure that felt harder, but now I'm fishing just a straight stiff hinge, no cushion, it's a straight bang impact down. Yeah, it's changed. So the fish are still visiting it. Whether they've come to clean the bait up I put out last time I was here, or whether there's still a natural food larder there that comes to, I don't know. I'm happy I'm on the spots. I've put a rig out there that the tent should hopefully leave alone, or it might be too big for them to get in their mouth. That's the idea of the snowman set up on a hinge. It might look a bit odd, a bit alien. Trust me, I've caught a lot of fish over that over the years. I mean, if you look at an angler, Ian Chillett, he uses a pocket just with a piece of corn on the top. I've not really gone much bigger than that. He catches loads of fish. So yeah, I'm mega confident in that setup. Hook bait colours, mega confident in both colours. Rig is really effective. The reason I wanted a true stiff hinge on this one is because of the running lead setup. I want to know instant. I don't want any play in the hook link whatsoever. I've slackened the lines off ever so slightly purely because I'm fishing daytime hours. I don't normally do that here, I'm rods in at what, say 6:30, 7 at night. I'm gone by 6:30, 7 in the morning. Most of my fishing's done in the dark. I don't normally get a daytime period, whereas it's pissing down, as you can hear, so apologies, but it's like 10:30, 20 to 11 now. I've got till 6:30 in the morning before winding them in. That's a long session for me now these days. So I've set myself up with my best opportunity, but for now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bugger off, get the kettle on. You'll see I've changed my jumper because I've got absolutely piss wet through putting them rods out. I'm going to get the kettle on, have a warm up, and I'll bring you back shortly. Cheers all, first one of this vlog. I was going to do my appreciation post on it now, but this rain, it's probably awful on the audio, so I will do that later on in the vlog. But for now I'm going to enjoy my coffee, watch the lake, just enjoy being here, and hopefully bring you back to maybe a fish, but most likely a bit later on when the rain stops. I'm just sat here now, I've warmed up a bit, I'm in my bag, relaxing, coffee went down a treat. I'm probably going to get the kettle on again shortly. Look at that out there though, if I zoom in, just look at the rain and the wind pushing across. You've got to be confident in these kind of conditions. You've got to be confident. I'm on really good, those two are on a really good spot. The right hand rod, I'm not so sure on that, but it feels a really good hard clean drop. All three rods have gone out perfect, like I say. Conditions look cock on. If it's going to happen, I reckon it's going to happen this vlog. So let's hope I'm bloody right, eh? Because yeah, I'll be slightly disappointed if something doesn't happen before I wind in and go to work tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to bugger off and I'll bring you back later on, most likely when the rain stops. So the rain looks like it's easing off. It's still racing grey skies, overcast. It's actually really cold today. I think Thursday and Friday is meant to go like 22 and 24 degrees. Today I think it says 12. Feels like 8. To be honest, yeah, it's definitely feeling cool. I've seen nothing. I've seen no fizzing over either spot since I've been sitting here watching. I'm like, come on, start. What time are you going to get here? Because the fish have got to turn up here. They've got to. They're going to end up in this zone at some point during my, like, in this vlog. The fish will come in this quarter of the lake. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm just hoping when they do stop and they do feed, because I think this vlog's probably one of my best chances of getting a carp out of here. That's why I'm sort of sitting here hawk-eyeing the lake. It's not been long since I last updated you. It's 11:15, you know, so it's about half an hour on, but I'm like, come on, time's ticking away. I could happily sit here for the next 48 hours and not move, but sadly work commitments don't allow that. So yeah, it would be nice to just see some kind of activity, just so I kind of know that what time they're visiting, you know, if nothing else, to know that am I wasting my time here of a night time if they're coming here middle of the afternoon, you know, when I'm not here. Are they visiting this spot when I'm at work, or when I've just packed up and I've left? Or, you know, I'm kind of trying to get some answers as well as catching something. I'm expecting the middle to late afternoon, to be honest, is when I start seeing some activity. Which, if that's the case, then maybe I've got to just use this as getting bait on the spot at night and just wait until I can get back here in the daytime, you know, because you can't pre-bait. You're not allowed to pre-bait on any lake on the complex. So if they turn up now and it's like middle to late afternoon when I'm just going to be arriving from work as I've done the off, then if I'm jumping in here, I need to make sure I jump in here every now and then and put some bait on the spot. I maybe fish a different area at night in here. I mean, there is a patch of fish just come up nowhere near me, but I will zoom in. That is nowhere near either of my spots. That couldn't be any more central away from them. So there is activity. That could be a tench moving for a weed bed, because I think there is a weed bed out there, but that's some kind of activity. So like I said, I'm just going to keep hawk-eyeing, seeing what's going on and seeing if I can work out something, because when you're only here in an evening and a night and most of the time you're here is dark, you don't see a lot. So today I've got to make the most of daylight hours and try and come up with a plan for the future. But for now, I'm going to just keep doing that. Yeah, keep drinking them and all. Enough waffling. And yeah, let's get to it. Just while the rain has eased off a bit, apologies, you're still going to get some noise. I will just take the time, as I always do, to say a massive thank you to you lot for supporting the channel in whatever way that you do. My sub count goes up and up and up all the time, every time a video goes out. So some of you that haven't subscribed, when I say if you wouldn't mind clicking the button, you do it. So if you're one of those, thank you very much. And if you're one of those who haven't yet subscribed, or you're new to the channel, please consider it is free. There's no charge, there's no contract. You can unsubscribe anytime. It just makes my channel more popular, and then it gets promoted wider, more people discover me, and that's how it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the idea of growth. So if you could do, thank you very much. And if you don't want to, and you're just a viewer, or you just watch and you give the video a thumbs up, again, thanks for supporting the channel in that way. But for now, I am going to spin back around and watch the lake. I just want to make sure that I always do say thanks in all my vlogs, because I do genuinely mean it. But from me, again, thanks very much. I'm going to spin around, watch the lake, and I'll bring you back when something happens. So the rain is beginning to ease. It's just like a drizzle. All you can hear is the bloody drips from the trees that I'm sat under, dripping on the old shelter. But down here, look at this bad boy. It's the first burn up. There's going to be a double burn up in this vlog, so yeah, get excited. That is 4 bits of rump steak. I don't call them large. That's a 200mm frying pan, or 20cm, so you can see they're not massive. So it's 4 bits of steak, and then we're having a pan of mushrooms. That's going to be burning round 1 today. And then tonight we've got some minted lamb steaks and some eggs. I've just gone quiet. I'll pause there because there's a massive sheet of fizz come up over the right hand rod, and I mean a massive plume. That's the first bit of activity, so that is happy days, because that is on that rod. So I am going to bugger off, keep cooking my food, and hope I can either bring you back for a lovely plate of burntness, which that's happening regardless, or in the unlikely event that that right hand rod pulls up tight and we're into our first 10-slate carp, because at some point it's going to happen, and I hope it's going to happen on this vlog. But for now, that's your last look before they're cremated. There we go then, look at that, proper burntness in there. About another 3-4 minutes, maybe 5, that will be done. So that's today's dinner. 4 bits of steak and some lovely mushrooms. Yeah, that'll do. Check out that bad boy. That's your first lot of burntness on this vlog, so that's me burn addicts happy. Don't worry, there's another one coming later. But for now, it is that. Look at that. Kettle's on. Enjoy my afternoon on the lake. So I've got this far through my dinner. I've not finished. I'm just bringing it back because the rain has stopped. The wind's going to pick up now. It's meant to. Blow this rain away, etc. Just seen my first sign of a fish, and I know what fish it was. It can only be one, and it was the little ghosty, and it's come through here and it's tracked out. It had its back out of the water, literally. You could see it rippling, you could see the yellowy whitey glow of it. It can only be that one. It's come out and it's tracked right the way around here, and it's followed my lines out, and then all of a sudden its back disappeared. So I'm sitting here like, oh my god, is it going to start fizzing? Who knows? But that's the first sign. What I know from the people I know who have fished on here, my mates who have been on here, is that that fish don't swim on its own. So there's more than one here. So that is happy days. The fish have turned up. How many, I don't know. I've seen a definite one, but from what I've been told by 3 different people that have done well on this lake, that does not swim around on its own. There's normally 4 or 5 with it. So I could have 30-40% of the stock sort of over those 2 rods, maybe now, who knows. So I'm going to be sitting here watching the fizz come up. My right hand rod is alive. Do you know what, I'm actually going to show you, because this isn't a spot I'm keeping quiet. Let me show you the fizz patch. This is right over that rod. So I've kind of give that spot away, but that's just a bonus spot to put a 3rd rod on that I found. But that is alive. There's fizzing over that. And that's quite big fizz as well. That could be carp feeding, who knows. Could be 3 or 4 tench clearing that bait up I put in yesterday. Things are happening. The rain stopped. It's happening. It's about 12:30, 1:45. So it's kind of telling me what I had in the back of my mind is the fish are here when I'm not. So yeah, we may have to rethink future plans for this. I don't know. But who knows? They could still come here at night, but they're definitely here midday onwards from what I can see today. So let's just see how the afternoon and the rest of this session goes. I'm going to finish with steak, get washed up, and I'll see you either with something later or an afternoon, evening update. Let's see what happens. Well, I thought it's time we have like an afternoon, early evening update. Not a lot has happened whatsoever. No indications on the rods at all. No signs of any fish since seeing that little ghosty and that pile of sheeting up that came over the right hand rod. The coot is persistently diving over the area, so that means there is still some of that bait left that I put in yesterday still sitting there. So I've not been cleaned out, which is nice. And I know I've got bait on the spot for tonight during the hours of darkness and till I pack up and go to work early in the morning. So there isn't really much I can do. There's no point recasting, checking the rods, etc. Everything's gone out fine. Nothing's happened, so nothing's changed. You see a lot of people do that. Oh, I better redo the rods before dark. What are you redoing them for? If they've gone out all right, they've all landed perfect, nothing's happened, all you're doing is actually making the situation worse by bringing them in and recasting, making leads flying that don't need to be flying because they're already there where they need to be. So for the sake of pulling them in to put them back out again, there is no point. It's different if you've had like a pickup or a savage liner or something, or fish have been over you all afternoon and nothing's happened and you think I should have had a bite when I haven't, but none of that's happened. They've just, don't know, they've not been on the spot feeding. I know the little ghosty's gone over the spot. Doesn't mean it's stopped. Doesn't even mean they've dropped down and fed it, but they will know that there's bait there. I'm 99% sure now that those left the middle rod, the fish will know there's bait in that area because they've gone past that way this afternoon. So whether they come back during the night or not, who knows? Let's hope so, eh? And we can pick one up. But I think my next thing to do is probably get the old burning on for the 2nd time in this vlog, because some minted lamb steaks tonight and some eggs. Happy days, that's tonight's food. So I think that's going to be the next clip you see, will be something burning, unless a miracle happens and something goes on with those. But no, I'm expecting in the hours of darkness if I get anything, and if I do, I think it'll be a bloody tench, but let's hope I'm wrong. Anyway, I'll see you shortly with some burning. The kettle is on, but we're not having a coffee. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the lake, and I'm sort of like, it's just dawned on me, I'm sitting here thinking, what are you even doing on this vlog? What the hell is on the end of those rods on the lake you're on? What I mean by that is the rigs I've put out, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the rigs. However, the hook baits, they're not the ones. They're definitely not the ones. I've put a bright pink, bright white on all 3, fishing for fish that are older than me, some of them. They've seen it all. Amongst a bed of bait, I've put 3 bright hook baits out there. They must have seen that I don't know how many times. So I'm sitting there thinking, that is not the one. So you need to sort it out. It's getting dark, light's fading. So I've quickly got my box out, right? So let me take you around and I'll show you my little box. What I've tied up is 3 rigs using this stuff, that N-Trap Soft. And what I've done is, I'll just show you on one. I've stripped the coating back, made a supple hair, put the rig ring on, but then where it comes out of the shrink tube, look, there is no break. A lot of people like a supple bit of movement. I don't. I think this kind of rig works better without that. So I'm going to shrink them down now. See the old kettle starting to boil. We're going to shrink all 3 of them down. I've tied trip all the same. And on there, we're going to have one of the old glugged Munch Baits Cola Tigers, and we're going to tip it with some bit of corn, I think, or I might just fish double tigers, I don't know yet. But anyway, let me bugger off, steam that, and I'll bring you back and show you the rigs when they're finished. So all three of these have been shrink tubed down now. You'll see that is sort of holding its own, you know. It looks quite stiff and like it won't move and flip over, but that really does flip over a lot quicker than ones with a break in, or that's my opinion anyway. I know everyone's got their own opinions on it, but the reason I don't have a break in it is because I can cast them out without no bag, no foam, no nothing. I don't want a PVA bag around it either, if I'm honest. I'm thinking, is the PVA bag attracting the tench and blowing my chances with the carp if they see it? Because it's like a little, must be a little danger sign, PVA bags. That's what I'm also thinking with the bright tipper in there, the bit of plastic. I think we're going to sack it off. I think we are going to just go double tigers, straight out, no messing, bang, bang, bang. And that's it. We're going to fish 3 rods on double tigers on the same spots, just with no tippers, and see what happens. Hopefully the tench will leave it alone and the carp might pick a tiger up, thinking it's a bit more safer than a boilie. Don't know. Anyway, let me get those rods in. I'll get them wrapped up. I'll show you the rigs. We'll get them back out and then we'll get burning. Well, I'm sitting here and look at the right hand rod. That's a tench bouncing on there. It's only pulled it out of the clip, but it's not actually moving hardly at all. So we'll get that tench in and I'll show you. As predicted, tinker tinker. How was that taking that rig? Look at it. Shouldn't have taken that, but it has. Anyway, I'm going to get that out and unhooked. We'll get it back. I'm going to get the other 2 rods in. We'll get them rigged up, wrapped up, and we'll get them back out. Here we go then. They're all set the same. Nothing's changed on the old end setup and rod setup. All that's changed is the rigs. You'll see double tiger, double tiger, double tiger, nice long hair, ultra sharp hooks. We're going to get those back out now, sticking with the same plan. 1 over on that spot there, 2 over on that spot over there, and we're just going to fish tigers on all 3 rods tonight. The tench shouldn't have got the rig that's just picked up. It was about £3 tench, you know. That shouldn't have been able to even get that in his mouth. Unfortunately, it's managed to hook itself. So bright baits overnight with a tench and that, yeah, it's not the one, is it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip these out. We'll get tidied up and we'll get the old pans back out, because it's time for the second burn up of the vlog. Just before I put these out, I'll quickly run you through the rig. Something I didn't point out, these tigers, I haven't corked them out, balanced them, nothing like that. They're straight out the pot, so that is quite a heavy hook bait. That will aid in the rig not tangling, and it will land away from the lead. You'll see there's no rig putty on the rigs either. It doesn't need it. It's about an 8-inch rig. The hook bait's going to fall away from the lead. It doesn't need putty. So let's get some rods out. We'll start off with the right hand rod first. Now we'll get the middle rod back out. Now we'll get the left hand rod out. That's better. We've got 3 rods out there now, fishing a lot better than I have been today, I think. Kind of what I've gone out with, in my head this morning, it seemed perfect. I got back from my little nip out, thought, right, this is what we're doing. I've already done the hinges last vlog. I've already put like in my head what's going on, etc. Come back, done it, put them out, sat here all day, nothing's happened. And just sort of, as I'm getting to duskish time, I'm like, yeah, you're probably not going to catch one with a bright white, bright pink bait on there, because they've seen it, you know, they've seen it, they've avoided it. It must stand out like a warning beacon. Whereas now I feel I've got 3 rods out there on quite a subtle, simple approach, you know. There's no bag around it. There's no string, there's no free offerings. It's just a double tiger that's landed on the floor in amongst some boilies that are still sitting there, because there is still bait there, I know there is. So yeah, it's a simple, effective rig that really I should use a lot more in my everyday today fishing, you know. Sort of, I kind of overcomplicate things a lot when I don't need to. I think we all are guilty of that. Me especially, I sit and think, oh, what if I try this, try that, try that. I'm going to leave all the trying things to like levels. You know, when I come here, A1 pits, anywhere like that, I'm just going to go with my basic setups, like I've got them now. The bottom bait setups I've got tied on the Merlin, I'm going to cut all them up and chuck the Merlin up link in the bin. It's crap. It really is rubbish. That seems a lot better setup now than what I've been fishing on. So I need to tie some rigs at some point because I haven't got any tied. But for now, I am going to get some burning on. You'll see the sort of image quality's changed. That's because it is nearly dark outside now. I've had all day to think of that and sort it out, and I'll do it on dusk. Never mind. Anyway, I'll bring you back with some burning. Well, we're going into evening now, so I'm a bit late getting started, but down here doesn't show it too well. But that is 3 minted lamb steaks. That is tonight's tea. Yeah, not bad today, is it? I've had 4 bits of rump steak and some mushrooms for dinner, and I've got 3 bits of minted lamb steak for my tea. Yeah, how many people have 7 bits of meat on the bank in one day? Not many. Never mind. Right, I'll bring you back when that's burnt, and it should be dark by then. And there we have it. Tonight's burntness under the old head torch light. 3 lovely burnt minted lamb steaks. Happy days. So I'm going to get those down me, get the kettle on, and yeah, settle in for the night. One last look. Perfection. Here we go then. We're in the older darkness hours now. So I've just looked. It is 8 o'clock. So I've got 10 hours left on the clock to try and capture them. Seems loads of time. You could sit on here for 10 days and you might not get nothing. But I'm quite confident with the rigs. Hook bait choice I think is better than what I had out there. It'll be interesting to see if I get away all night without catching a tench. If I do, maybe tigers could be the choice from now on. The carp have seen them. They've been in here years and years, the carp. They've seen plenty of tigers over the years. They know what they are. It's not like it's an alien food form to them. So hopefully the fact that the only tigers out there have got a rig connected to them should mean if they fancy a tiger, we should get a bite. Anyway, if anything happens during the night, I'll bring you back. And if it doesn't, I'll see you in the morning. But it'll probably be dark still because it is an early pack down for me. But yeah, anyway, let's see how it goes. Good morning. Absolutely nothing to report during the night whatsoever. Not a liner, didn't hear anything. It's just gone 5 o'clock. You'll see down there, kettle's just coming to the boil. This is what I was saying about when the clocks change. This is what the whole vlog would be like this now. Head torch, trying to aim a bit in the dark. Nobody really seeing much what's going on. Yeah, I don't really think it's the one, but if you don't think it is, let me know. But for now, I'm going to have a coffee and enjoy my last sort of hour. It's literally just gone 5 o'clock. I need to be out of here by 6. And yeah, if anything happens, I'll bring you back. That's coffee number 2 of the morning made. Like I say, I've just been sat here in the dark for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Haven't heard a single thing. Not a tench splash, nothing. You know, this is the problem with starting work at 7. I need to be out of here by 6 so I can get sorted and get to work. It's still dark when I'm packing away, which it's not a problem, but you don't see anything before you go to work, do you? I'm not given a chance to see anything to go on for when I come back tonight. So yeah, it's kind of, it makes it even more difficult. You know, there's a lot more elements working against me at the minute, like not being here during the day. Seeing what I see yesterday, the fish moving here during the day, I'm not here to see that. Like this morning, I'm packing away, going away in the dark. I don't see the morning period where they are, where they're feeding, what they're doing. You're coming in blind every time. I'm baiting and waiting, really. That's what I'm doing in this swim, aren't I? I'm coming here, putting a bit of bait on the spot, hoping they come across it during the time I'm here. But I guess there's a lot of people on overnights in that situation. That's all part of it. But now I'm going to finish that, get sorted, and unless anything happens, I'll most likely see you for an outro. Well, sadly, nothing has happened. I've sat here, had 2 coffees. It's about 5 to 6 now. So I've got 5 minutes. I'm still sat in the shelter. I'm just on my bed, so I've just got to fold that up, fold the shelter up, and chuck the old rods in the van, and off we go. But this is what I mean. If I film when the clocks change, there's a lot of this going to be going on, setting up in the dark, etc. All of the vlog will be like it is now, which I don't know, to me I don't really think there's anything to show then, because you don't see anything other than bloody flies and gnats flying around. But if you think is, let me know in the comments and we'll have a look and maybe we'll carry it on. But for now I need to get packed away and gone. I am back tonight. Not sure where I'm going, what I'm doing, etc. But you'll find out in the next vlog if you join me for it. And if you're out and about yourselves on the bank, hope you're being a bit more lucky than I am at the moment. And again, thanks for watching. Don't forget the old thumbs up, subscribe, etc. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one.